On time 2 nights in a row, everybody. Unbelievable. I've done it. Even with a day stream in there and everything, I'm actually on time. Cheers, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well out there. Forgot I'm not supposed to gulp that, slurp that right in the mic. Some people don't like that. Whoops. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Hunter, first one in here with the magpie call out. Is that I mean, that's a bird, right? Is that a Magoo bird? Magoo dang nab autocorrect. I was wondering where that came from. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Hello, Dad. Hello, Anthony. Edwin was actually the second one here, followed by Anthony, then Marvel Blocks, Lewis, Trample Trav, Ivan Murray. What's up, everybody? Mike Dance. All right, let's get a tweet out. I don't even know what to say today. What do we say today, man? Dearest at Marvel Champions. Maybe I'll say this. It is with great sorrow that I will not be able to grind for Immortal Abomination. This weekend. Announcement coming tomorrow. Let's yeah. Yes. Oh no. Leave. Okay, you know what? Let's add a spice it up too with a little. What do we got for sad? Maybe I'll just go with the old SpongeBob. What is this? Is this really somebody drawing a sad face in peanut butter? Oh, man. All right, we'll go with this one, the old SpongeBob. All right, tweet. Okay. All right. Cool, man. Let's get this started. Easy. Oh, dude, I beat the super chat. I beat the slap. I got the tweet out right before that came through. I'm on fire, dude. On time. Got the tweet out fast enough. Easy. Thank you, dude. You got something coming to you. You already know what it is. Let's get it on. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. Why no grind? I'll have to tell you tomorrow the full reason. I mean, I think I said it earlier already, but let's not even talk about it. We'll have to talk about that tomorrow. All right. Would have had it ages ago. My town return. Well, okay. The boss. It's unfair when you do it because I swear, it's like you have Taylor Boss senses or something like that. And the second I go live, it's just like I imagine you don't even have to look at anything. You just pull a lever even that sends a super chat or something. I don't know, dude. I don't know how you do it so fast. It's ridiculous, but it's fine. Score one for me on this one. All right. Anyway, let's get things started here. So I'm gonna do some arena, and then I think I'm also maybe I'll just do all arena. I don't know. I want to do more of the root quest. I really got to do a bunch of the root stuffs still. So yeah, we'll do a healthy mix of both arena and then maybe some side quest. I do have to do an energy dump again as well. Just gonna do a medium-sized dump. The second quest here. It is going to be Cav, though. So this could actually take... It's gonna take 5-10 minutes to do the medium dump. Which quest is this? It's the mutant one. Okay. All right. So let's do the mutant one. Oh, let's get it over with. Is this straight up the middle? No. How do you go straight up the middle? Well, I guess you probably go here, and then it takes you around. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Okay, I do want to get that level 2 potion. Very important to snag this guy. The value, tremendous amount of healing out of that thing. So, all right, fine. Let's grab some champs, and it's this. Okay, sure. Let's grab some champs. Maximus, what's up, dude? Saying can't hang, gotta crash. Tired of that gloating 1% butthead. Most satisfying special 3 ever on deck. Enjoy the grind, my friend. Dude, freaking Maximus. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, dude. Stay strong, dude. You're close. We're so close to Black Friday here, man. It's funny. It's like it's gonna be like Christmas Day, and like the fastest way to get to Christmas morning is just to go to sleep. so you might have to like go to sleep extra early every night or something like that, man. I don't know, but I'll be back. I think I'm not even sure. I keep saying I might do another daytime stream tomorrow, which I might, but I also might not. I might leave that for later on. Anyway. Either way, Maximus, thank you, dude. Really appreciate it, as always. And yeah, man, have a good night. Okay, let's get back into this quest, though. Enough babbling. Let's toss out all these champs. I'm gonna throw Mr. Spidey in there for the boss. He doesn't need the synergy. I was gonna pull Blade, but you know what? We don't need that. Let's get some of the usual suspects in here. There we go. And this is the team. Let's roll. Max sent over another 5 saying, "Boss, Brian Grant said sleep until Friday. Thanks. See you next week." Yeah, dude. That's fine. You can tell, dude. You can tell your boss that, man. That's let him know. I called it. I said it's okay. I gave the approval. If he has a problem with that, he can take it up with me. You know, or she, or whoever it is. But thank you, dude. Mr. 87 sent it over to you saying, my favorite e-girl is Love. Once again, is that supposed to be live? Was that one of those Freudian slips? Are you in love? Well, hello, Mr. 87. Thank you, dude. I accept that I'm your favorite e-girl. What's up, B-Manny? Good evening, Mr. Barely Thronebreaker. What's your plans depending on offers? My plans depending on offers? What? Hold on. Plans depending on offers. You're not talking about the tweet I just sent. You're not talking about this, right? With great sorrow, I will not be able to grind for Immortal Abominations this weekend. Announcement coming tomorrow. It has nothing to do with the offers. Maybe you're just talking. Maybe you didn't see that. You're just talking in general. What I'm gonna do with this stuff. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be able to get my prestige any higher because, let's face it, I'm doomed. I'm cursed with the to be the number 30. I'm basically the 31st person on the team when it comes to prestige. I don't even make the top 30. Out of 30. Out of 30 people. Dude, where's the bleed? Thank you. Need some freaking biohazard bleed here. Otherwise, this is gonna take forever. But yeah, my plans are separate to any such offer. I mean, I'll likely be able to get Warlock to rank 3 by the end of this weekend, but that was already gonna happen anyway. Hopefully I do pull a good 6-star champ with whatever shards are available, and then my prestige actually does make some sort of a move. And I'm for sure gonna be 30th, but you know. All right, Mr. 87 sending over another 2, saying it meant live, so sorry. Oh, dude, it's all good. I figured you did, man. I just had to call it out. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Dubes? Was 30th in Relax for months until I left today. Today was a good day. Oh, man. You're gonna be missed, Dubes. You're gonna be missed, man. I hope you return one day, although, hey, if you don't come back to the game, come say what's up every once in a while, you know? I totally understand. Hey, Brian, tips for us jabronis who haven't achieved Thronebreaker yet? I have the 6.3 Fury to do, and he seems impossible. Thanks. I don't... Did that Fury get changed at all? I don't know if that Fury got changed at all, but he, yeah, I understand, Dubes. That Fury, I used Namor was actually my best attempt at that guy. Namor and Omega Red, I think pretty much most of the mutant champions, most of like the top regarded mutant champions I think are able to do that fight. Colossus, I remember he has like some bleed mechanic to him that you either need a bleed immune or someone who has 100% resistance. As far as tips for like actually fighting him, I mean, kind of the usual stuff. You want to push him to a special 2 because for a special 2, you know, it's easier to evade than the special 1. You can do like the quit out move as soon as you take out his first life. If you pause the game fast enough, you can just close out before he even gets his healing and keep him as low as 1%. You could do that, or, you know, once you take his first life, he's going to be degenerating, so it's not that big of a deal if you need to just let the degen happen or whatever. But I'm trying to think if there was anything other than like needing what's it called? Needing bleed immune. What other nodes are there on that guy? I really don't remember. If anyone else has any advice, please pop that in the chat. Because yeah, I mean, Nick Fury, he's the champion I hate fighting the most. So he's annoying just in general. But that particular boss felt like it was just a higher level Fury, and not that you needed to fight him in such a different way, kind of thing. But maybe I'm misremembering. Like I said, maybe he also changed with the update. I can't remember that either, if he did or did not. The 6-3 Fury is debuff immune, I believe. Okay. Alright, I did forget that about him. So you're not going to be able to like lock on spores or anything like that. You can still bait heavy attacks though, which is what I imagine I was doing against that guy, if he is immune. Get a heavy attack in. Let's go, Surfer. Yeah, I mean, just blocking, baiting out heavies, and just slowly burning them down. That's the only thing that comes to mind, man. I wish I had more advice. Became uncollected a couple of days ago, and now I need to grind uncollected for this month's event quest if I want that 700k for generic awakening gem. Yeah, man. You honestly, the uncollected monthly, it's probably going to be a little bit tough for your first time through. Expect it to be a challenge. But honestly, just getting the uncollected title itself is usually harder than doing the, the uncollected monthly. So you should be able to knock it out. The bosses this month aren't too bad. Both of them, you kind of just bait their special one. They're easy to evade compared to, other months where you have more ridiculous specials to evade. So you can totally get that gem, dude. What's up, lags? Is Mr. Deathless Brian Grant back? Yeah, man. Still on the no death run. Last war was kind of easy for me. The past war, I didn't really have too many fights. I only had 4 fights, no mini bosses. So it's pretty easy to keep the streak going. I think I only had to I was gonna say I think I only had to use 1 potion, but I think I had to use 2 still. But I was pretty happy that I got to conserve some of my potion stash. ABG, why don't you take your 6-star Havoc to rank 2? He is amazing. I think he's just okay, personally. He'll get ranked up eventually when I need to, but I don't have a need for him right now. The way I like to rank up my champions is when I'm actually going to use them. Otherwise, I'd rather leave the option open and rank up, just have the catalyst on hand. This way I could rank up anybody. And yeah, Havoc, there's just no reason at all for me to rank up that champion. I used him a little bit in Act 6, and maybe that would have been a good time to rank him up, just have him a little bit higher, but I only used them for a couple fights anyway. So, really wasn't too big a deal, just to keep using him at rank 1. That said, I've got some catalysts expiring, so I've got some ranking up to do. I know today is level up. I've got some tier 2 alphas on the way out, so I'll have to think about what I want to do with those things. Nice try, Groot. Don't care about your unblockable special 2. Ya butthead. Would like you to throw another special 1, though. Thank you. Appreciate it, bud. Got some insane luck today. Got a 5-star Aegon out of a 5-star Hero Crystal. Should I awaken him? Kind of like what I was just saying about Havoc. If you're ready to use him, then yes. We have obviously a big holiday coming up here. More of an in-game holiday, it feels like. Since a lot of people are just going to be home. But yeah, if you're getting any of those offers, there's likely going to be a decent amount of shards in those offers, and you could naturally dupe Aegon if you get lucky. So if you're ready to rank up and use Aegon today, then yeah, awaken him. Or any day, whatever day you're ready to actually play the champion, then yes, awaken him. He needs to be awakened to be played pretty much. So totally. But until that day actually happens, you might as well just keep sitting on the gem until you're gonna play him, because you might naturally dupe the champ. Hey Lags, are you excited for McFabio Jr.? It's not going to be called McFabio Jr., I'll tell you that much right now, but there will be the second coming. How long do you think the global nodes will stay the same in each chapter of Cav? I don't know. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to be here for more than 1 month, but turns out they've been here every single month. And they're probably not going to be going away soon. So I'd say 6 months, maybe? Maybe they'll change things up 6 months in. I don't know. Unless you ban me from super chats, I can't immediately figure out my super chat is broken. Huh. Someone else said that their Speed Up D said that their super chat wasn't working either, so there's no way that I could make it so that one person couldn't super chat. So I don't know, man. Something weird going on with YouTube, I guess. Don't know what it is. I think Colossus is worth a generic gem, or should I keep him unduped? I was just talking about Colossus earlier today. He can be worth a generic. The way I like to look at gems is not whether the champion is worth it or not. It's more of like what's going to change for you after you awaken the champ. Are you going to get a good amount of value from investing that gem into Colossus? If you play Colossus a lot and use him in quests that are longer than like just get to a special 2 and use one special 2 to win the fight, then yeah, he's worth awakening. But he can also be played unawakened, so if you have other champions that that need the awakening gem more, you might find more value in awakening those other champions. Kind of depends on the rest of your champs there a little bit. All right, one more special bud, fine. Oh my god! The one time I mess up the evade, it totally wipes me out in an instant. Well then. Okay. So there's that. Okay. Later, Maestro. Ryan, you ever just randomly throw some miscellaneous object across the room because you're too lazy, and then it miraculously lands perfectly inside some bag or box or something? Just did that through a beer bottle cap across the room, and it landed perfectly inside an empty paper towel roll. What are the chances, eh? Interesting. What? Hunter, you gotta clean up, man. You just have an empty paper towel roll sitting around, just throwing beer caps in there, man. What are you doing? No, that is pretty awesome. Yes, it has happened to me before. Not that exact scenario, but yeah, of course. Yo, BG, you think the Thronebreaker deals will be significantly better than Cav? Also, has the CCP gotten any info on Daredevil Netflix's overhaul, or are you just as clueless as the rest of us? Well, here's the thing. They call me Magoo for a reason. I mean, I call myself Magoo, and some people call me that. But anyway, whether or not there is info in the CCP about anything, there's a high chance that I haven't actually read it, and I'm not in the loop anyway. So the answer to both of those questions could be yes. There could be info there, and I could be just as clueless as everyone else. So yes. All right, we'll leave that. Let's go hit the arenas. Actually, I don't think, speaking of potions and Alliance War, I don't think I grabbed one out of the Glory Store yet today. Did I? I did not. Okay, cool. And I guess the loyalty store hasn't updated yet, right? Yeah, not yet. I'm used to the old stream time. I'll have to check that out later. But let's go hit the arenas. Oh, real quick too. Like I said, I've got some catalysts expiring. I'm not quite sure what to do with them. I've got a bunch of ISO expiring too. I'm gonna sell that stuff, but I have to use, let me see. Okay, so if I use four tier 2 alpha, that'll hold me over for a while. But I might just, I also have this expiring. Tier 5 basic. So I think I think I do actually have to rank 2 a 6-star champion. Let's look at something real quick. I'm not ranking up anyone right now. But I just wanted to look into this before I forgot. Okay, this doesn't use tier 1 alpha. Where is... There you are. This also doesn't use tier 1 alpha. Darn. Okay. I've got to use those tier 1 alpha somehow too. Because they're going to expire possibly before the next level up. So, okay. Probably rank... I might rank up Angela. I've been talking about ranking up Angela for a while now. I use her for the monthly event quest. It speeds things up. I already... what's it called? I already used... or I already beat the cosmic portion of Cav for this month. But... it's not going away, right? So I'll use it for next month, kind of thing. Sell the tier 1 alpha? Never. Sama Mama sending over 20. Sama Mama, thank you, dude. Very generous of you, saying, BG, did some maths. If I get 4,500 cosmic frags this weekend, the 25% for max 6 completion will form my first tier 5 class catalyst and get me Thronebreaker. Glad to be putting the game down for a year with that milestone. Wish me luck. All right, dude. Good luck, dude. I hope you get it. That would be sick. And then you could double up on things if you so choose. What's up, Big Red? How you doing, man? But yeah, Sama Mama, thank you again, dude. Yo, BG, what are your wait, hold on. Did I read another... I think I read another question but didn't answer it. Was it about... Damn, I'm so sorry to the person I read their question, didn't answer. Oh, yeah, okay. This is what it was. The first part of the message from Costa here. About Thronebreaker deals being significantly better than Cav. So... I think they'll be better, without a doubt, right? Define significant, though. You know what I mean? Like, I think it'll seem significant, especially, you know, spending hard-earned money or units on these deals. You want to get the best thing that you could possibly get for yourself, right? It's potentially gonna feel bad if you're not getting like the absolute best. Because that is a weird feeling, right? Like, imagine walking into a store and you're like, I've got $100. I want the best thing from your store that I can get for $100. I was gonna use this example of getting a laptop, and then I realized you can't really get a laptop for $100. But all right, let's change the value then. I've got $1,000. Give me the best laptop you got for $1,000. And then they're like, well, we can't do that. For $1,000, we've got amazing laptops, but those are reserved for other people. Sorry, but we can give you this okay, you know, pretty good laptop for the same price. So it's gonna feel weird. But honestly, I think they're going to be good deals, whether you're Cav or Thronebreaker. It's just going to, in comparison, maybe feel a little bit funny if you're not getting the best stuff. It's going to feel good. Like, no matter what title you have, even if you're not uncollected yet, the reward I keep calling them rewards. The offers are going to be sick. So. Last year, what do we got? Did I hear BG mention something about another McFabio-like account? Are my ears deceiving me? They are not. However, the details will have to wait until tomorrow. Need more time. But yes, tomorrow there will be an announcement. It is happening. The return of the legend. Except not really the return of the legend. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow. But yeah. UBG, what are your opinions on rank 3 Awaken Night Thrasher for first rank 3 champ? He's my best skill option. To be honest, man, I'm not such a big Night Thrasher fan. If you like him, that's cool, because I know some people do like him. And if you actually like him, think you get some use out of him, or just don't really care and just want to get the better offers, then hey, man, sometimes you gotta make a little bit of a sacrifice. It will most likely be worth it to get Thronebreaker for the weekend. I don't know if you're at all interested in doubling up, but if you are, you could wait until what you can do is wait until the deals actually hit and pick some of them up, and maybe there'll be some tier 5 class catalyst stuff in there that you can use to rank up another champ, or you can just pull another champion out of the crystal straight up, and that would allow you to get Thronebreaker in another way, and then just save Night Thrasher as like a backup option. You're getting Thronebreaker. Why did I go in on that? So you could do something like that if you want, but otherwise, just to be totally honest with you, I'm not really a fan of Night Thrasher. Some people, they say they like him, which is fine, but I don't see him getting used. And there's champions that I like and I don't use, but when it comes to like a big rank up that you're doing, you kind of want that champion to be useful, you know? You don't really want them to be like, oh yeah, this guy is kind of cool. You want it to be like, oh dude, I just got rank 3 of this champ, I'm using them all over the place, making my life easier, you know, things like that. But again, you know, you got to sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Mr. 87 said no another 2 saying, did somebody say McFabio? Perhaps. Maybe it was just the wind, though. The tale of McFabio. He lives on. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Talk more about that tomorrow. Remedy 9 sending over 3. Thank you very much. Saying, do you think it's possible to get Cav before Cyber Weekend if my only 565 is Corvus? Just finished Act 5 today and rank 5'd him. Possible? Absolutely. Yeah. Corvus is a beast. I don't know what other champs you have, whatever, you know, the other supporting champs you have at rank 4, but honestly, Corvus, he shreds the early Act 6 stuff so hard that I would say it's possible. It's still going to be a challenge, though. And I don't know if you have any resources left after finishing Act 5. So that might be a struggle, just trying to conserve and use as few revives as possible, things like that. Because it is still challenging content. Corvus is a beast, but, you know, it is still challenging content. I feel like the first account... first account... my eyes scrolled over to a comment that had a count in it. The first quest is what I meant to say in Act 6. The global there is like my least favorite global. It's really tough to deal with. It's no retreat. Beyond that, I don't want to tell you that you're gonna have an easier time, but you might, or like, you know, don't let it spook you from the rest of the chapter, thinking like, oh, the first quest is this brutal, it's only going to get worse, no way, I'm going to continue on. It doesn't really get worse, just because that first global is so annoying. You are going to have some tough bosses ahead and stuff like that, but it is doable. But try it out. Everyone's going to be different, of course, when it comes to that content, so good luck to you. You should name the account The Bean Bandit. It's not a bad name, but I already have plans. So, that name will not be used. BG, what to do? I'm confused that, should I start my Act 4 journey without any 5-star champs, but with 14 4-star champs and no revives or health? Man, please give me a suggestion, man. I'm confused and sweating. Well, dang, dude. You don't gotta take it that serious. You don't gotta be sitting here sweating over it. Okay, so you don't need 5-star champions to do Act 4, but you probably should have some revives or health potions. So what you can do is just slow down, man. Slow down. Focus on the side quest. Focus on the monthly event quest. Allow yourself to get some of the revives from the solo events. And then just take things nice and slow. That's my recommendation. You don't just, just because a quest is available doesn't mean that you have to dive right in. The deeper you get in this game, the more you're going to have to slow things down and do like the monthly stuff to keep building your roster. And then you go back to story quest when you feel ready, when you have some revives to back you up. Hasama Mama sending over 2, saying last. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oof, yeah, BG. Don't think I'll try to get the completion done this weekend. No need for me to get the throne breaking deals just yet. 5-star roster could still use some work. Aha, okay. Gotcha, man. All right, sounds good then. Yeah, I think that's a good attitude to have too. Speaking of slowing things down, and speaking of what you just said, Asama Mama, here's the thing, guys. These offers come around every year. So, if you're not able to get whatever title you're shooting for by this weekend, don't worry. You're going to have another opportunity come 4th of July, come next Cyber Weekend. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if you don't get the absolute best of the best offers. There's still really good offers available for everyone, regardless of where you're at in the game. So yeah, man. It'll feel a little bit bad if you're close to a title and you don't quite get there, but it's really not the end of the world. The offers are still going to be pretty damn good for everybody. BG, what's the best additional offers you think we could get after the 15k unit deals? Like last time, it was Nexus for 3k and Awakening Gem for 6k. Might be pretty similar to that. I don't really anticipate things changing too much there, to be honest. Those are just bonus offers. So as bonus offers, I feel like those are pretty darn good. Maybe they would have a bonus offer of a tiny bit more tier 5 class catalysts or something like that at the high end, but honestly, I don't really expect those to change too much. The other offers, we'll see some changes. We'll see what's it called? We'll see some improvements and stuff like that. And we might see some improvements for the bonus offers too, for all I know, but I don't really anticipate those to change. How many max 5 stars should you have before focusing on 6 stars? Doesn't really work like that. You rank up the best champion, the champion that's going to help you the most, regardless of their star level. So if you pull an insane 6-star champion and you don't have any other good 5-star champions to rank up, well, then you rank up the 6-star. The only thing I'll say is that some people like to kind of jump the gun and just go straight to 6-star champions, which I don't recommend. Some people will ignore the good 5-star champions they have and say, oh no, I don't need to rank up 5 stars. I've got a good 6-star here. But the 6-star is more expensive to rank up. It's harder to get them awakened, and if they are awakened, it's harder to increase their signature level. So in many ways, 5-star is going to be a better value, and even still potentially stronger than their 6-star counterparts. So don't ignore 5 stars, but at the same time, everybody's situation is different, and the first 6-star champion you pull could potentially be someone that you rank up. It's not likely, but it could be. So yeah, just rank up the best champion that you can at that given moment in time, regardless of star level. Brandon Dawson sending over a buck. Brandon, thank you very much, dude. Where are you at? Where's your last? Give me 1 second. Alright, here we go. Your last one is Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful... Dude, thank you very much, man. Ain't no worries. Should I continue on with my beautiful singing voice? No? For the rest of our days. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. So excited. It's the feeling I used to get for Christmas when I was 8. Yeah, dude. For whatever reason, Kabam was able to psych us all up, man. These damn offers. We're giving them money, or units, but either way, we're giving them something, man. And yet, feels like they've made the system so that it feels like we're getting one over on them somehow. You know, we're getting the best thing ever. They're pretty. Let me tell you something. They're probably just as excited for this weekend as we are. You know. Jay Metz sending over buck saying, "Are you still doing the Immortal A-Bomb grind? And what is your prediction? Looks like I might have a lot more free time for the next week and might give it a crack." So, I'm actually not doing the Immortal A-Bomb grind. I have other plans, which I will fill you all in on tomorrow. But it has to do with a new account challenge. So yeah. The details will be talked about tomorrow. But yeah, that's what it comes down to. It was really tough to make this call. I was talking for a while, like when Lags started up his new account, I was saying like, yeah, man, maybe the end of this month and stuff like that. And then I was also saying, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to grind for Immortal Abomination. And I didn't realize that the two were going to kind of coincide. And it breaks my heart to have to pick one over the other. But I think I don't think I could do the Immortal A-Bomb grind because of it. I don't think he's going to go super high. But he does have some good usefulness to him. I don't know how much hype there is really. I think people understand that he's going to be useful, but probably not super hyped or anything. So anyway, my prediction is somewhere in like the high 40s, and maybe even hitting 50. I'd probably put a prediction up on screen of like, I'd say 50 mil, but I could easily see that going lower and the champion going for like 40 to 45 mil. Especially like, I don't know, the holidays make things more unpredictable, especially this year because a lot of people are staying home for the holidays. So does that increase the scores because people are off from work? Or does it decrease the scores because, hey, people are still going to be traveling? It's not like everybody's going to be at home. I don't know what the deal is going to be. It's really hard to call. But I would say we're maybe 50-ish. Good luck to you, to all the grinders out there. Wow, you're fairly tone deaf for a musician. Impressive. I wouldn't even call myself a musician, dude. I play drums for fun. I used to, at least. Still sad about that, but yeah. I ain't no musician. Just some wannabe that likes to hit things with my sticks. He's going to a Thanksgiving dinner with the cast from Mighty Ducks instead. Excuse me one moment while I think about this. What a time that would be. Damn, dude. You just described my dream situation. The cast of the Mighty Ducks? What? BG, should I rank 4 my 5-star Colossus or my 5-star Hype? Both unawakened. Okay. So rank 4 Colossus or Hype, both unawakened. Both gonna be good champs. Probably Colossus if they're both unawakened. But honestly, you can just total personal preference call it, and whichever champ you prefer to play. They can be both. They can both be played unawakened. I'd say Hyperion's awaken ability might matter slightly more if I had to say which one mattered more. But yeah, they can both be played unawakened. BG, if you were lucky enough, would you go for 6-star dupe Silver Surfer for Prestige or 6-star Aegon dupe for the Abyss? Like if there was a Nexus crystal that I was opening, it would have to be Aegon. Silver Surfer, I do want him for prestige reasons, but I don't have a way to awaken him. And I'm not sure when I would get that chance to awaken him anyway. So, I think I'm kind of giving up on prestige. I think instead, I'm gonna try to get some good Alliance War defenders. I gotta come to grips with reality. Kabam is not gonna open up 6 stars, 6 stones anytime soon. It's gonna be for a long time still, I think. Kept to money offers only outside of like this weekend, of course. We're gonna see a substantial amount of 6 stones that are available from units. But even still, there's gonna be lots of 6 stones in the money offers too. And like, I don't know, comparing the two, it's just gonna put me further behind in reality, rather than allow me to catch up. So I think it's better if I just focus on maybe ranking up some Alliance War defenders and having that be the value I bring to the Alliance instead. I've gotten my deaths under control. Last season I died way too many times, but this season I'm still deathless halfway into it. So I've got that under control. My on the defensive end, my champions aren't very good for defense. But if I can get some rank 3 6 stars, some annoying ones on defense, I'll be pretty happy about that. And yeah, could just say I'm here for war more than I am for prestige. The tangents age like a fine wine. They always taste the same to me. Is that good or bad? What's up, Demiak? Brian, after work in the morning on Thursday, so I'll have 3 hours of time on my box before the new arena starts. What the hell do I do for 3 hours with no arena? Three hours in a box with no arena. And you have to keep your shirt on, right? That's tough. I would say, have you done the monthly event quest? Have you done the side quest for the month? Make sure you're not letting that go, man. There's a lot of good rewards there. I don't actually know, though, man. Do you still play those anime games, dude? Maybe it's time to fire one of those up. I don't know. BG, are you the only free-to-play in Four Loko? Like 100% free-to-play? Maybe, I'm not sure, but there's quite a few people that that very infrequently spend, I would say. It's kind of tough to say how many people. I would say half of the Alliance, maybe half is too much even, maybe like a third of the Alliance spends on a regular basis, and then maybe a third of the alliance is like every time, you know, every 4th of July and Cyber Monday they're in on the deals, and then another third of the alliance that's like, nah, pass on the deals, just gonna spend the you know, get the unit stuff, something like that. Those might not exactly be 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, but roughly something like that. I'm not sure if there's if anyone else is 100% free to play. They might have picked up offers in the past, but there definitely are some people that don't really spend money. What's up, Big Blue? Popping in to drop a like and say hello. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving, BG. Big Blue, right back at you, dude. Hope you have a great holiday. Side quest, that's an idea. I have a bunch of hands, and the easiest day for me is Thursday. You have solved my dilemma. Thank you. That's what I'm here for, Demyak. Glad I could help, man. Good morning, BG. Good morning. Does anyone have Iron Man Infinity War? I do. Do you have a question or anything? I love Pete, but his prestige is real low. Is Pete's prestige low? I don't even know what Pete's prestige is, but I know he's got, I think he's got a SIG 200 Ghost. Which, I mean, Ghost is not a prestige champion, but just the fact that he has a SIG 200 Ghost. I think he also has he's got a Weapon X ranked up too, right? Anyone in the Alliance, their prestige looks good compared to mine, so maybe that's maybe that's why I think his prestige is not bad, but yeah. EG, do you do YouTube full-time, or do you also have a career? Oh, I've got many, dude. First off, in the description, you'll be able to find a link that takes you to my website for bald caps, where it's the greatest selection around. Let's be honest. There has not been another company this dedicated to making your head look bald. There is no other one in existence. The technology, the research and development, like every dollar we make just goes right back into the product. You know what I mean? So you'll see me sporting the kind of the classic bald cap model. I've also been known as a pants tester, where this is a part-time gig. The pants tester thing used to be full-time, but I cut back some hours. Where yeah, I just basically test pants to see if they rip when bending over and things like that, because nobody wants that to happen to them. So next time you bend over to pick something up and your pants stay intact, you can think of me and just say thank you. You know, not many people do thank me for that job, but a lot of work goes into it. Baldy, I want to say I don't like your new schedule. Miro Watang. Sorry to hear that. Super chat still isn't working. Speed up D. Taylor Bost, I guess, is having the same issue, so I guess it's not I guess it's not just you. But something tells me I can figure it out anyway, just like I did before. Actually, message will get lost in the chat. Oh, the message. Okay, so the message is still there. Well, you're right. There's a good chance the message will get lost in the future, but in this case, I saw it. So speed up D saying, I love you. Speed up D. Appreciate the love as always, my friend. PG, how do you deal with spoiled kids? You get the belt. You just threaten them with the belt, man. No, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't have kids, so I don't know, dude. Probably not the best at giving parental advice. I don't know what the best way to deal with spoiled kids is. If I actually had kids, what would I do, man? I mean, if you're an adult, if you're not talking about your own kids, if you're talking about just like they're being spoiled kids, because I mean, I guess everybody has to deal with spoiled kids. That's the bad part, is it's not just something the parents have to deal with, I guess. It's what the whole world has to deal with for the spoiled kids. But you just ignore them if they're not your own kid. If they are your own kid and they're spoiled, well, all right, here's what you do. You set up a tent outside, and the next time they say something where it's like, you spoiled little son of a, you just make them sleep in the tent outside. And it's not like some fancy new age tent that has electricity and you could hook up your Xbox to it or something like that. No, man, it's just like a tent, and put a rock under there too, so that when they go to sleep at night, it messes up their spine. And this way when they're having trouble walking around, you know, Dad, my back really hurts. Don't make me sleep in the tent again. You're like, okay, you ready to stop being so spoiled? All right. You can sleep on the floor inside. You don't give them the bed right away. You tell them they can sleep on the floor inside. You know, you gotta, and then once their spine issues go away, they're still not having the most comfortable sleep, but you know, you get their spine issues away, and then son of a game crash. And once they have a strong back again, then you bust out the manual labor. You don't want to bust out the manual labor too early, because that could mess up their spine, you know, long term. So you don't want to do that. So have them sleep on the floor for like a good week or so, get their back issues straightened out, bust out the manual labor, have them build a, I don't know, nothing too serious, some like garden work, something like that, you know what I mean? And then as a reward, you let them, sleep in their own bed again. And I'd say that's how you deal with it. Never lead with manual labor? Exactly. Some people, they go in too early with it. Waiting for BG's book on child psychology? It'll be out next year. You don't have to wait too much longer. BG, I know you're a Marvel Contest of Champions YouTuber. Yes. But can you do a reaction to the Galactus event in Fortnite in December 1st at 4 p.m.? I can't do that. I'm sorry. I've never played Fortnite, and I don't have any desire to. Do you even have to play it to do a reaction to the event? Either way, no, I just don't really have any interest to. Sorry, man. Something very weird happened. Try to send a last buck and it's not working. Dude, a bunch of people I guess are having that issue. You're the third person to tell me super chats are busted. I don't know what the deal is. I'll find your last one anyway. But it's got to be something going on with the old YouTubes. I don't know quite what it is. Last one is barely catch you live. Sad. Sorry. Mira, forgive me. But I had to change the time. I don't know what times work for you, but there's gonna be more daytime stuff coming real soon, at least. So there's that. So maybe some of the upcoming day streams you'll be able to take part of at least. They're going to be more marathon style streams. So yeah. Yuki sending over 5 of them Polish bucks. Saying, hey Brian, when Hercules enters the contest in 2021 and he ends up a cosmic Aegon, then you'll have 2x the chance to get Aegon from crystals. Although 2 times 0 is still 0. Rip. Wow. Wow. You son of a... that is true, though. The math does check out. Hopefully, by the time either of the champions gets added, whether it's Hercules or Omega Sentinel, hopefully I will no longer have a need for Aegon. Hopefully the Abyss will just be knocked out 100% anyway. So yeah. We'll have to see on that, but... Thank you anyway, Yuki. You son of a B-manny. BG, it's been a while since you uploaded Crystal Opening. I kind of missed that. And how's your hunt for Aegon going? Oh, dude, I've just been sitting on crystals, so you haven't missed anything. I've just been waiting. I'm waiting until after the Cyber Weekend here to pop open more crystals. So, yeah, man. The hunt is just paused temporarily here until I get more crystals to open. I'm sitting on a bunch. Like I could open like 7 or 8 crystals right now trying to get Aegon, but dude, I'm stashing them. I'm hoarding pretty hard right now. I'm gonna continue doing that. Demiok, don't even think about it. Saying, I wonder, Brian, is my super chat messed up? Perhaps I should test it out? No. Unless you want me to test out and see if I could still ban people permanently from the chat. Something tells me that's not busted. Croy sent it over too. Croy, thank you, dude. Saying, can't sleep. Usually watch these in the AM. Sing to me. Well, you just missed it. I was singing before. So I'm not sure if I want to do an entire stream of singing. Don't use your... Okay, good. I almost popped a special 3 on me. But I suppose in this one and only one instance, I can make an exception and I can sing to you. What do you want me to sing? Any requests? I got one for you. Mary had a little lamb. How does the rest of the song go? Little lamb. Is that good? Is it the voice of an angel or? All right, that should have lulled you into a nice sleep. So you should be able to get to bed now. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's keep it going. I've won a few awards. I don't mean to brag like that, just out of nowhere. But I have. It's no big deal. You may have seen me on the MTV Music Awards. For all of them. I set the record for first person to win every single award there. No big deal, though. I mean, please, stop. Stop mentioning it. It's no big deal. Mr. 87 sent it over to saying, we said sing BG, not cry for help. Oh, I guess I misunderstood. Thank you, Mr. 87. That would even make the Def Notes, Brian. Wow. Wow. Recording that and using it for my ringtone. See, some people can appreciate it. Freddie Mercury, eat your heart out. Thank you. Sign me up as your manager, BG. I can connect you with other artists of your caliber, like Elmo from Sesame Street. Dude, you got his number? I've been trying to reach out to Elmo for years. For whatever reason, man, he's just been blocking me, I guess. I don't know what it is. I don't know what I did wrong. Maybe it was that time that I insulted his family. Could have been, I suppose, but it wasn't really that bad what I said. Remember the time when I said Hercules could be an Aegon-type champ a week before Kabam released details describing him as an Aegon-type champ? P.S. It was in a super chat last week. I do remember something like that. Oh, wait. Did you send over another one? You did. Alex. I was reading that before I saw the super chat. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. I do remember something like that. Yes. I haven't read through his abilities, but everyone keeps telling me he could be like that. So I'm guessing that is what their intentions are, possibly. But thank you, dude. Open a 5-star Warlock today, BG. Very nice. Congratulations. Made it to Thronebreaker. Took my 6-star Unawakened Sunspot to rank 3. Okay. Not a bad decision. I wish I had myself a 6-star Sunspot. Congrats on breaking the throne. How much do you have invested in your PC? Wondering what you use. My daughter wants to stream Fortnite and Minecraft. You don't need anything too crazy to stream those games. In total, I think I spent about $1,500 on my PC. But this was also 4 years ago. Or is it 5? No, yeah, about 4 years ago. Little over 4 years ago. About 4.5 years ago at this point. And I have something, it's not like super overkill for streaming and stuff, but it is more than what is needed for those games. Fortnite and Minecraft, they're not the most demanding when it comes to like graphics and stuff like that, so don't need anything too crazy. I don't know how much you're looking to spend though. I'm gonna be putting together a new PC here soon, but that's more for like editing purposes. As far as streaming goes, everything's totally fine. But yeah, you can, if you're looking on more of like a budget side of things, you could probably put a PC together for, I don't know, like $800 and have that be pretty good for like streaming purposes. There might even be some pre-built stuff. Usually that stuff is a little bit more expensive, not the best value compared to putting it together yourself, but honestly during like Black Friday and stuff, some of those values are not too bad at all. Talking like, you know, maybe like $50 more than what you would have spent and get something pretty decent. It's like a pre-built. All right, Alex sending over $1. Another $1. Thank you, dude. Saying Kabam was watching your stream and stole my idea. It's cool, but I'm gonna need some royalty checks. Yeah, man, hit him up. Let him know. Tell him, dude. Don't let them steal your idea and you not get paid for it. Tell them that every single Cav crystal opened, for people going for Hercules, if he even gets added, that you need at least 10%, whether it's in units or dollars. Dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine getting 10, like, how many units people spend just like, all right, forget it. So forget about money, because you could buy those crystals as like the daily deals or special offers or whatever, right? But just imagine the units even. What if you got 10% of all the units spent on a certain crystal? Everybody collectively across the entire community. I don't even know what that number would look like. But every featured Cav, you just get you get a check for 30 units. You know? That'd be so sick. You would never need to grind the arena ever again. You just have an infinite supply of units, basically. All right, Derek. Send it over to. Thank you, dude. Saying, did you vote for Herc or Omega Sentinel, and why? I voted for Omega Sentinel. She's the champ I've been voting for since the start. Purely based on looks. I think she looks the coolest out of all 8 champions that were even available. Believe it or not, Hercules, like, all right, so let me go find that original image. No, that's the old one, or the newest one, I mean. Here we go. Actually, there was one before that too, wasn't there? Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. Okay. Out of all 8 of these, I kind of went through and picked them off one by one. As for like which champions that were like lowest on my list. And Hercules was the first one that I eliminated. Just because I thought we already have some characters that look like Hercules. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's super cool in the comics. A bunch of people have told me he is super cool in the comics. But because I don't read comics, I'm going purely by visuals. And I'm thinking like, there's nothing standing out about this character. We already have a few characters that look like this guy, you know, like Thor. I mean, hell, we've got 2 versions of Thor. And honestly, if we get another version of Thor, I want it to be like the Endgame Thor, that sweet axe. But yeah, it's just some plain muscle-bound dude. So I crossed him off the list first, and then I actually crossed Blue Marvel off the list. This guy might be super cool in the comics too, but there was nothing that particularly stood out about this picture. It's just like some very basic suit, right? Where I guess he's flying. He's got like that standard superhero, my arms out in front fly pose. Kind of meh. I don't know who the third one I eliminated was. Probably Ironheart, just because they're similar to Iron Man, and we already have a few Iron dudes in the game. Although I'd say she does look cooler than like the plain Iron Man and Superior Iron Man and stuff like that. So I don't know who the fourth one I was eliminated. Probably this person who I always mess up their name. They look kind of cool, honestly. I like the background here and stuff like that. But I mean, at this point, we're getting towards the end of the list here. Then it was probably Dazzler, even though I know a little bit about her from reading about Longshot, and just because of that reason alone, part of me was like, yeah, I'd be cool. I'd be okay if she won, you know. And I think Morbius, Morgan Le Fay, or something like that. Anyway, bottom line is Omega Sentinel, as far as I'm concerned, looks the coolest out of all 8 of these. So I just wanted Omega Sentinel to win it. And I don't know if she is winning or not between her and Hercules. I don't care that much, to be honest. I don't have any personal connection towards any of these champions, so or characters, because again, I don't read comics, so it doesn't matter to me all that much. But if I had to pick, which I did, Omega Sentinel. She reminds me of Mega Man. And I've always, like, as a kid, Mega Man was my favorite game growing up. It's no longer my favorite game. But, you know, I still really like the idea behind Mega Man, so. And then some people even told me a little bit about her background, which sounded kind of cool from the comics. Sounded like an interesting character. But yeah, that's purely what I'm going by. I wasn't even thinking about class types or who I thought would be better for the game. None of that stuff. Purely surface level. Just does the character look cool? Yes or no? And I voted based on that. I'm superficial like that, I guess. As you guys can tell, I always take such good care of my own personal looks. All right, anyway, the Sama Mama sent it over Buck as well. Sama Mama, thank you very much. Where are you at? Hold on, let me make sure I don't lose this fight here against Ghost. I'm gonna need you to die to the next special one I throw, Ghost. If you do that, that'd be great. Okay, good. Alright. Sama Mama. I think people are just speculating that he'll be an Aegon style ramp up champ. Could be Airwalker round 2, if we're being honest. That's very true. There's other ramp up champs in this game besides Aegon, and yeah, it could very easily be a ramp up that we don't enjoy playing. So yeah, it's very true. BJ also voted based on how they looked because I have no idea about any of these characters. I hear you, man. You don't want a fat Thor in the game? Wasn't he fat in those movies? I think you mean Infinity War Thor. Endgame Thor was just fat. Oh, well, to be honest, I don't want the fat version of him in the game. I wouldn't mind it. It'd be, I mean, you know, it's whatever. But I kind of want the most badass version of Thor. Like Fat Thor was funny, but I want the most badass version possible to be added to the game. We'll keep the funny version to like the movie or something, you know? That's the way I look at it. If you ever read a Hercules comic, or if you ever read a Hercules comic, read the Chaos King story arc, okay? Chaos King. I probably won't, to be honest, but for anyone else out there that is looking for a good comic recommendation, check out Chaos King. Oh, and Alex, you sent over... Dude, this is the second time in the same night. Thank you for the buck, dude. Appreciate it, man. Actually, oh wait, you have another comic here too, or another comment. Omega Sentinel could just as easily be another Punisher 2099 pre-buff. You're right, both of these characters could suck. They could both suck, or they could both be really good, which is why I didn't even think about that at all. I was really just going based on which character I personally thought looked coolest. But yeah, man, I'm not even trying to get people to vote for any champ or anything like that. I want you guys to vote for whoever you want. But personally, I just think that Omega Sentinel is the coolest. That's all it is. You don't read comics? How come? First off, please stop the all caps. As far as why not, I don't know, man. Just not into them. I spent so much time playing video games that that kind of takes up like all of my entertainment time. And anytime not playing video games, I gotta do like, or try to do like some productive adult like responsibility things, you know? So there's not a whole lot of time for comics or watching TV or movies or any of that stuff. It's like wake up, play video games all day. And this has nothing to do with YouTube, by the way. This is just how my life's always been. Wake up, play video games as much as possible until I have to do something else. And then do something else, whatever it is, and then get back to playing video games. Actually, I'm not going to run this Rhino. Let's... Ah, the Tier 4 Basic Arena is here, huh? Do I do that right now, or do I do a different arena, or do I do... I still have all these whole cans to use. You know what? I'm gonna get the other arena set up while thinking about it. What do you call a wolf after it meditates? A werewolf. Ugh. 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 Luke. Boo. Another one in Tom's army, I see. Making up for his absence. Boo. I voted for Hercules just because everyone I voted for so far has lost. Dang, dude. All your champs getting voted out. Sucks, man. What was I gonna say? I don't think it's the end for the champs that didn't make it into the votes, by the way. Like, all those champions, which I no longer have that image up, which I'm trying to scramble to pull up real quick. Hold on. All of these champions, Kabam, they added them to the list because they thought they were cool. Actually, I think there's a quote from the art director, art and creative director, Gabriel Frazera. I'm pretty sure he said something along the lines of, you know, we selected these champions because we have some like experimental cool thing that they'd want to do for each and every one of them. That'd be something new and different to bring to the game. So obviously, like, they have a desire to bring all of these characters to the game. It's just which one is going to come first. And we might not see the others for a while afterwards. Maybe not until it makes more sense to add some of them. But yeah, I don't think they're like out. They're not out permanently out, you know? Stop spamming, you clown, or BG will steal all of your children. Steal children? Dude. I don't steal children. I put my stomping boots on and get get to work. Oh, man. Shouldn't say that. People... Damn it, now I feel like every time I say something like that, I feel the need to explain myself. Nah, screw it, I won't. Derek, sending over another 2. Thank you, dude. Saying, which class do you think most needs the high-level champ added? Personally, I think the skill class is the weakest overall. Maybe that'll change with the revamp of Daredevil. Maybe that'll be a good addition to the class. Falcon just got his buff too, but I don't know, just the skill class overall doesn't feel very strong. And of course, we have some powerhouse champions in the skill class. I'm chasing one right now, using all of my shards to go for Aegon, right? So they exist, but just on an overall class, that kind of thing, skill feels the weakest. Just as a class identity, like of what they bring to the table, it doesn't feel very strong either. Like Cosmic, we have all those buffs, or Mystic, the ability to nullify those buffs, prevent them, gain power from them, things like that. And then you get to, you get to skill, working your way through all the classes. You get around a skill, and it's like, well, what do they have that's really special? They can shrug off buffs, or I'm sorry, they can shrug off debuffs. But there's like 2 problems with that. If it's a debuff that's gonna hurt you, most of the time you're gonna use a champion that's immune to that effect, because it's guaranteed. A lot of these champions that have the ability to shrug things off, it's just a chance, and you can't really take that chance when it comes to powerful debuffs. So if you're trying to play around poison or bleed or incinerate or whatever, you're gonna bring a champ that's just straight up immune more times than not. The other issue is that you can't control which debuffs you want to shrug off. So there's times where you want to be healing from willpower, for example, and you can't. It's not their only like identity for skill champions. A lot of them play around with like ability accuracy and stuff like that, but it's not really that important in a lot of cases, I'd say. In some cases, it's very important. And in those cases, you want to be using a skill character potentially. But other classes also have some things that play around that too. And then what's like the third identity for skill characters? They have bleeds. They inflict bleed, right? You know how many bleed immune champions are in this game? So overall, like, for a skill champion to feel powerful, like, they really need to have some strong baseline stats and... I don't know, man. Like, I mean, look at Aegon. Dude, he ramps up like crazy. Gains all these different abilities. Gains the ability to, like, basically have guaranteed crits without actually having guaranteed crits. Or look at Fury. Nick Fury is literally 2 champions. They had to double him up just to make him a powerful skill option, you know? They gotta do crazy things like that. The rest of these other champs, a lot of them feel weak. So yeah. Chicken Tender sending over 2. Thank you, dude. Saying, before I agree to 2021, I want to see the terms and conditions. Just in general, you're talking about because of what happened in 2020? I don't know if you have that choice. I think you might be grandfathered in. You're on the old contract, dude. You don't get to see a new one. The only way to not be on the same contract is to get out entirely, and you don't want to do that. At least I hope you don't want to do that. But hey, man, stay positive. I think things will get better. Karoian sending over 25 of them bronze. Thank you, dude. Saying no troll this time. Thank you for helping me 100% Act 5 back in the day. No problem, dude. For your Legends runs and your spreadsheets that help me beat Act 6. Thanks. Dude, no trolls. Just a really nice comment alongside 25 Rons. This is beautiful. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. So weird not being trolled, though. I don't know what to do now. What do I do? Do I just keep grinding arena? I guess I'll keep grinding arena. Thanks, man. Is a 4-star Void good, and a 4-star Warlock, and a 4-star Medusa, and a 4-star Red Hulk, and a 4-star Aegon a good team? A lot of 4 stars. Yeah, man. Those are some very strong champions. I would say Void needs to be awakened, though. If he's not awakened, it's not going to be too much use to you. Aegon, he's a very powerful champion. However, usually he's not that strong as a 4-star champion. He's exactly the same whether he's 4-star or 5-star, but the difference is two differences. Number one, you have to be able to hold a high combo with Aegon in order to ramp him up. And usually, when people are still using 4-star champions, might not quite have mastered holding high-level combos just yet. You might be different. But personally, I wasn't very good at it when I was using 4 stars. So, if you are good at holding combos, then Aegon, he can be a good champ still. But for a lot of people, maybe better off playing some other champions, like the other ones that you mentioned. Those would be really good. Don't necessarily need to hold a combo for any reason. Other than, you know, of course you always want to hold combos because nobody wants to get hit. But yeah. Also, Aegon does need to be awakened. But yeah, all those other champions technically don't need to be awakened. And they're all really good. Give skill champs something like perpetual offense as a normal thing. You know, you might be onto something. Here's the thing. Let's go take a look at the masteries real quick for a moment. So the skill class used to be stronger for a few reasons. One was that ability accuracy reduction was more important back then. These days we have more power control champions to shut down abilities, or people just use Quake, you know, or Ghost, where certain abilities just don't matter. Or they have, you know, like True Strike, like Corvus with Proximus Synergy. So you don't necessarily need to reduce abilities on Evade. Also, Evade back in the day was very buggy. There was nothing you could do if the opponent evaded. It can still sometimes feel like that today, but we do have the opportunity. We do have the ability to back off when the opponent evades. At a certain point in this game, there was literally nothing you could do. They evade, they hit you in the face. Now that only happens if that's like at the end of your combo, where if you're fast enough, you can pull back. But the other thing that changed is this mastery right here. So pure skill has been garbage for years now. It used to be pretty OP. It says with extensive field training, skill champions ignore an additional percentage of enemy armor with critical hits. It's almost useless. So your critical hits already ignore most of the opponent's armor. It even implies that when you're reading this, it says ignore an additional percentage of armor, right? So you already ignore almost all of the opponent's armor, just baseline for critical hits. And then you also add to that with the Pierce Mastery, which you kind of have to get as a prerequisite to, you know, some of the best masteries with precision and cruelty. So everyone has a point in Pierce. So why would you ever put points in pure skill? How this has not been changed yet after years. This changed during 12.0, where it used to take armor into the negatives. Now it does not take armor to the negatives. Now it just it will Captain Planet style take it down to 0, but that's it. So yeah, they could buff the entire skill class as a whole by changing the pure skill mastery, and that's probably what needs to happen, to be honest. The problem with that is that some characters have been designed with this version of pure skill in mind. So what Kabam would probably have to do is make some sort of a change to, like, you know, the top skill champions like Aegon, which would be seen as a nerf, and technically it would be, because you would have to then pick up this mastery to kind of bring it back up, but it would also kind of elevate the rest of the skill class, because otherwise, if they just buffed this this mastery, then people still wouldn't play the other skill champions. They would just play the same skill champions today, who would be even stronger, and the rest of the skill class would still look like doo-doo in comparison. Which is probably why they haven't done it, I guess. Because they kind of can't. Because people are not going to be happy with that. So I guess there we go. I guess that's the answer to the question as to why they haven't changed it yet. But it sucks. It kind of sucks, man. That this mastery blows, and it's so hard for Kabam to actually fix it in some way. I guess what they could do is find a way that doesn't help Aegon as much and helps the other champions more. Like Aegon, he already gets up to like guaranteed crits, right? So I guess they would have to buff crit and crit damage or something like that with this. And not do something like increase attack or find some other way to increase it. That way they wouldn't have to touch Aegon, and it wouldn't really affect Aegon very much. It would give him the tiniest little bit of increase, but for other champions it would increase them more. I don't know, man, but either way, the skill class, it's just not very interesting in my opinion. It really isn't. I look at most of the skill champions and just think like, you're boring. What do you bring to the table? It's not much special. I don't know, man. I hate to use the word boring because it's not totally accurate. It's not that these characters are boring. I don't know what the right word is though, man. My lack of vocabulary. I don't know what the right word is, but they're I don't know. I don't find them very interesting, really, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Most skills have bleed, yes. Make pure skill apply armor breaks for bleed immunes like Electra does, but stronger, maybe even armor shatter. See, you can't really do that though. Because again, that buffs underwhelming. Yeah, underwhelming. Maybe that's the right word for it. But okay, so you can't really make those champs apply armor breaks because again, Aegon has a bleed. So against bleed immune, dude, Aegon, he would just be so much stronger. You would be wanting the opponent to be immune to bleed, because if you put an armor break on the opponent, even if it's not a crazy one, like you're saying stronger, like an armor shatter, even if it's a weaker armor break, dude, he already has like guaranteed crits, a little fury to increase his attack. Suddenly the dude's gonna be hitting for like 20k on every single attack. Can't do that. All right, anyway, let's get back to the grind. I swear that's the problem with masteries though, dude. That's why I want to see individual masteries or something like that. It would make sense too, because all right, maybe you can't give a skill champion that interesting of like a baseline ability, which might not even be fair to say, because again, some people, we're all different, and some people do find the skill champions interesting, fun, engaging, all that stuff, right? All those positive words. But I don't know, there's a lot of things that, like, I mean, they are the closest to just like a regular human being, right? I guess at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Out of all the class types, they are the closest ones to just being people. But they're just highly skilled, trained people. Right? So they're fast. They know how to strike the opponent to deal extra damage in the form of critical hits. I guess that's another identifier that I left out when I was talking about what makes the skill class special, is that they have higher chance to crit than average. Even though that doesn't really matter today, because then we have champions that have guaranteed crits like Corvus and Ghost that just kind of overshadow any additional crit chance that the skill class has. But anyway, they're like the closest to humans. If there was some other way to modify their abilities, whether it be through like an individual mastery tree, or back when gear was thought to be getting added, that would be a way to enhance their abilities that I think would make more sense. And Kabam would probably be okay with, stretching the imagination a little bit. Like, okay, maybe this character doesn't have a some crazy, I don't know, fireball that they throw. I don't know why I came up with fireball. Bad example. But maybe they gain something that kind of enhances their ability to do that. They probably still wouldn't do that. They probably would keep it more to like that particular class, but hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. Give them some kind of weapon that allows them to deal additional damage to kind of elevate them to the next level kind of thing. I don't know. Anyway, Hisama Mama sending over $1. Thank you, dude. Saying. On a serious note, really hope Daredevil gets an easier to maintain trauma ability like Red Guardian has. Permanent passive ability to counter evade / miss / auto block. Evade mechanic and higher block proficiency. Could be cool. That trauma stuff, I don't know if they want to keep that maybe to like science, the science class more. We'll have to see. I do hope. So here's like the only thing I hope about Daredevil. Right now, he actually has really high perfect block, just as a baseline, and I'm hoping that they don't take that away from him. I don't know if it ever really made sense that he had such high perfect block, or if they just threw that in there because they were, you know, that was like early days for this game, and they were like, hey, why not? Let's just give him high block. We don't know what else to do. I don't know if maybe there's something in the comics as to why they did that I'm just unaware of, but I hope it stays, man. It's just nice having a character that has that kind of perfect block that you can do, you know, 7-hit combos with because you get that extra duration on your parry stun. So I'm hoping that stays. I think you're the best of this game. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you very much. We're definitely not the best, but I'll take the compliment. Thank you very much. I don't want to put Maw in there. Get out of here, Maw. Is there some way that I could just permanently put Maw at the bottom of my roster, but still have him ranked up? I don't want to sell the champion and pull him again and have him all low ranked or anything like that, but my goodness, I hate running Maw in the arena. Especially without suicides on. Skill has a few exceptions that irk me. There's a fine line between if you're a skilled combatant or if your abilities rely on tech, like Crossbones with gauntlets or Falcon with wings. Some should be tech. Yeah, that's fair. I think there's a lot of champions in this game that could be like that, though, right? Like, they could easily fit in one class type or another, and Kabam just makes the call. So I don't think that's exclusive to the skill champs. That's kind of just like a game-wide thing. But I totally get it. Speaking of another champion that I don't like playing, freaking Phoenix. Where is the justice for Phoenix? Hopefully this champion gets a full-on overhaul, dude. I would love for Phoenix to be an actual powerful character. I don't know much about the comics, but I do know that Phoenix is very powerful in them, and it'd be nice if she was a bit better in this game. I'm kind of a sucker for Phoenix-like characters. Just like the you know, turning into a Phoenix that got the fire that looks super cool, just a fire bird. I don't even know how she looks in the comics or what she's capable of, or you know, how her abilities relate to her name. All I know is I am a sucker for that type of thing in games. And it'd be nice Be nice if she was cooler in this one. All the caps should be skill and Aegon should be science. But wasn't Cap given like that super serum, whatever, super soldier serum or whatever it's called? I don't think he should be skill. I mean, I suppose he could be, but I don't know. He could fit in either one for sure, but I feel like he's fine as science. I feel like that's totally justified. He's like a scientific creation. He wasn't like in the movie at least he was like really weak before they gave him that stuff, right? If he was like super, you know, if he was already pretty strong, if he was already like the top top soldier or whatever, like one of the, he was like a Navy SEAL kind of guy beforehand, and then they gave that just to enhance him a bit more, then I could see him being skill. But I don't think it was like that, right? Or was that just a movie thing? Or am I thinking of a different movie even? I don't know, man. I part of me hates talking about this stuff just because I do know so little that half of the things I'm saying could be completely wrong. But I think he was weak, right? Phoenix is pretty OP in the comics, and then there's the Dark Phoenix, who is even more bonkers. Yeah, man. I want her to be stronger in this one. I mean, I don't want her to be super OP. That's kind of where I draw the line, is that it still needs to be a game at the end of the day. And if everyone was based on their comic book level of power, then it wouldn't be much of a game. You would only want characters like Phoenix, you know? So it still needs to have that nice balance to it. But when a character is like super strong in the comics and super weak in the game, okay, what happened? They need to at least be a pretty decent champion, you know? I would love to see a revamp / buff to Civil Warrior. That champ could / should be so awesome with a combination of two iconic characters. Yeah, dude. I hear you, man. Honestly, I don't think they were that far off with Civil Warrior when they first made him. I think, he had some strong utility for the time, at least. They would have to add maybe a little bit to it, or maybe tweak some of the utility just a tad. Maybe not add to it, just a little tweak. But yeah, overall, he's just not strong enough, and he could use an adjustment in the damage department and stuff. Little bit stronger mechanics, but not too much. They weren't too far off. And if he was just that little bit stronger, then we would have seen a lot of people rank him up, a lot of people excited to pull him. Instead, it's like, Civil Warrior. Barf. BG, how would you buff yourself, or would you nerf your tangents? Where do you see yourself? Yeah, I would toss the tangents. I would nerf the tangents and buff my muscles. If I can make that trade, I would do that, man. As long as I didn't have to work at it. If it was just automatic, like I'm in the Matrix and you could just teach me Kung Fu instantly. Yeah, sign me up for that. I'm looking for all of the gains without any of the work, if we can make that happen. Yeah, BG, you're right. The whole premise of him getting the serum is because he was so willing to fight, even though it was obvious how unfit for war he would be, as he was before the juice. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I sometimes think of Captain America as a little bit of a boring character, but honestly, that is a pretty cool storyline. And especially like when he was created, I could see why that was like a really popular character, and why he is still a popular character. You know, hold on, let me see when Captain America first came out. What? 1941? Holy crap, dude. I was thinking 60s. That's so much earlier than I thought. March 1941. That's crazy. Dude, it wasn't even Marvel. All right, Captain America's superhero, blah, 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 created by cartoonist Joe Simon, Jack Kirby. The character first appeared in Captain America Comics number 1, cover date March 1941, from Timely Comics, a predecessor of Marvel Comics. Wow. Predates Marvel. That's crazy. But yeah, like especially during those days, there's probably a lot of people that you know, probably felt powerless. I mean, just like today, you know, it's not like war has ended or anything like that, but probably a lot of people out there that feel powerless, just like the character, and yet want to fight or wish they could fight or something like that. So it is a cool story. That said, in-game character, a little bit on the plain side, you know? Just like all like the kind of standard fighter characters, I don't know. So it's not just a skill class, like Red Guardian. All right, he's a good example. Red Guardian, a fine champion in this game. Not the top of the line, most amazing champion or anything like that, but a fine character nonetheless. Animation wise, gotta admit, less visually appealing than the likes of even some characters that kind of suck. Like, I would say Red Guardian is better than Nova any day of the week. But Nova just has, like, that visual appeal where, you know, he's got all the special effects to him and stuff like that. And, you know, sometimes I don't want all the flashy special effects, but I gotta admit, Kabam does a pretty good job with that stuff. Whereas this character, like, he runs around and he hits you with the shield and, he's got a helmet on that doesn't look that cool. I don't know. Magoo is created for World War II propaganda. Listen, man, I'm not gonna get into all that. He was created. I don't know if he was created for any purpose other than maybe that's how the people felt. I mean, actually, maybe this stuff is documented, so maybe they did say that. I don't know. But just from a non-cynical approach, I would guess that the creators maybe didn't realize how big the character was going to be, because can anyone really imagine that? that, you know, 80 years later, he's still one of the biggest characters in history. Probably wouldn't imagine that, right? And maybe that's just how they were feeling. But it is documented, you dingus. It's called history. Okay, all right, fair enough. Timely Comics became Marvel. It was started by Stan Lee's cousin, who hired him as a writer. Jack Kirby was one of the first employees and was an artist who helped Stan create many characters. Next. Okay, I'm guessing there's a follow-up to this, which I'll read in a sec. Love Red Guardian's Shield Bonk special too. It's very satisfying. It's okay. All the animations in this game are pretty good. And actually, I'll say, you know, I'm fighting Colossus right now. Colossus, I always really appreciated his animations, and he's just kind of this brawler character. Doesn't have a whole lot of flash to it. But I've always had a strong appreciation for, like, especially Colossus's Special 3. Where they just run and try to punch Colossus, and he's just like, yeah, what are you doing, idiot? And slams him. Does anyone know who has the first Captain America comic, or if it still exists? I mean, I'm sure some people do. It's probably very expensive, probably worth a lot. But I don't know anyone personally who has it now. PG Red Guardian is literally the Russians' attempt to recreate Captain America. Yeah, I mean, that's what it... I could have guessed that by looking at him in game. Not surprised by that. Alex, sending over another buck. All right, part 2. Thank you, dude. Kirby and Lee worked together for... Wait. Okay, yeah. Kirby and Lee worked together for half a century and were good friends. Fun fact, Namor was the first comic book superhero ever created in 1939. Really? Interesting. I didn't think Namor was the first. I didn't know who was first. I had no idea. But now I'm curious who the second one is. Hold on. First 5. We go first 10 superheroes. Ever created. List of superhero debuts. I guess this is not just Marvel. Whoa. 1902. In a newspaper comic, Hugo Hercules is documented as, or is seen as the earliest superhero fiction comic. Hugo Hercules looks a little something like this. Look at that style. Dude, I could do this forever. What the hell? It's a comic. This is a beautiful picture though, actually, man. He's lifting up a car so that this person, who I'm not sure if they're wearing pants, I feel like this is their naked butt right here, is kissing this woman through the window. What a nice guy. Look at that, man. Wasn't even about fighting crime back then. It was just about being a wingman, I guess. What's up, Cap? What's up, BG? I went and played basketball tonight, and now I can't feel my legs anymore. Is that normal? I couldn't tell you, because last time I played basketball, I was 4 years old. Well, I used to do this every night 10 years ago. Yeah, dude, basketball's pretty intense. BG, is that how you first kissed your wife? Yes, Hugo. He helped me out big time. Okay, the second one is the Scarlet Pimpernel. Let's find a picture. Well, I'm just on Wikipedia, so whatever picture they have. This, I don't even know what this is. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. This is the cover of the 1908 edition, even though this was 1903. It's the debut. Let me find like the first like Marvel one here. Well, I mean, first Marvel one, we already know his name more, right? So let me scroll on down. Oh, I thought this was Karnak. It's Zarnak. Not quite it. The Avenger? This is not the Marvel Avengers, though? See, I don't want to read all this stuff, but this came out in 1939. The Avenger. Look at those eyes, dude. Those are some creepy, murderous eyes right there, man. Holy crap. Oh, it's listed in Pulp Fiction. Oh, man, so this is going out of order. All right, this is too much to look at right now. But looks like DC is older than Marvel. Just looking at this, because I see Dr. Occult. I'm sure the comics didn't look this good in 1935. I think this set came out in, but yeah, this is the 2014 one. Anyway, too much to look at right now. I don't know what I was thinking trying to pull all this stuff up right now, but it is interesting. You had me at Scarlet Pimp. That's good. All right. Anywho, it's getting kind of late, guys, so I think it's time to spin out some crystals. I think Legacy might be... Is Legacy on? Hold on. Legacy is on. Okay. So, I'm going to spin out some crystals, and then if you guys want to continue the grind over in Legacy's neck of the woods. Son of a game crash, dude. Always with the game crashes. But yeah, man, he's doing a little bit of a unit grind for the Cyber Weekend stuff. UG's superhero alter ego is Tangento Magoo, the mighty Blad Grand Wizard. Don't try to correct it. I'm a mighty Blad Grand Wizard, not a mighty bald one. Night Hollywood. Good night, Dragon Dagger. BG, can you read my tweet? I've got a question for you. Sure. Let me just get to this crystal first. Wait, is the chat working? Hey, the chat's working again. All right. We got that going for us, at least. Super chat's not always working, but the chat's working. Actually, though, I do need to go over to Twitter first. Hold on. What do we got here? What 5-star dual class crystal should I go for? Yeah, I know my first 6-star was a bit of a letdown. Hold on. Am I going to get some units out of this? You probably shouldn't yet, man. You don't really have too many 5-stars here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm counting 16 in these pictures. Maybe you're just not showing me all of them. But, yeah, man, it's... I don't know if you necessarily need to start going for the dual class crystals yet. Like, if you want to... If you have, like, a certain number of catalysts, of a certain class type and you're looking to use those catalysts, well, then maybe you can target that class type. But being level 51, you probably don't need anything too specific yet. Once you start getting into like the what's it called, the like the variants and things like that, or if you need a counter for a certain boss, and you could start going for the dual class crystals. But it's a little bit hard for me to say which dual class crystal you should go for with just this information, you know? If you really want to go for a dual class crystal, like I said, maybe look at the catalysts you have and base it off of that. Or if you're looking to get into like the suicide masteries and you want to go for those type of champions, you could do something like that. But honestly, the basic crystal is just fine for you still. Okay, on that note, like I said, guys, Lags is doing his doing a little bit of Cyber Weekend unit farming. So here is a link to his stream. You want to go say what's up? A little bit of a banana raid. So day stream tomorrow. What time? I'm not sure if there's going to be a day stream tomorrow. I thought I was going to do one. I might still, but I'm not sure. I've got some things that I need to work on for the upcoming announcement stuff. So yeah, I might just have to do that instead. We'll see. Still a low chance that I do a day stream. But for now, go say what's up to Lags, everybody, or have a good night. Either way, shout out to Sama Mama. Thank you very much for being tonight's biggest D. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, thank you to everyone else as well. Appreciate the support as always, guys. Hope you all have a fantastic night.